People, deluded, quick vid. Arsenal versus Crystal Palace to preview. Sunday, we know we play them. We've only got 2 games at home left. Now, we know as Arsenal fans, let me fix this up for you lot. We know as Arsenal fans, or just football fans in general, it's touch and go in regards to the top 4. United have come out of the Champions League. They'll be relishing it because they've only got 1 competition now. Spurs, obviously, very good result against Manchester City to put it to try and water it down because it's Spurs. Great result, and they're doing their thing regardless of Kane being injured, but they've got an extra 180 minutes of football to play in regards to them still trying to compete for the top 4 and cement that with their injuries and things like that. So it's a test on their squad. City are out of the Champions League. Is completely irrelevant to us, but I'd have to mention them in Liverpool. You've obviously got Chelsea, like us, still competing in the Europa League. And obviously, if you're looking at fine margins and where clubs can go right and wrong, you're probably looking at Arsenal, Chelsea and Spurs in that they're still in 2 competitions. That's to United's advantage. In Arsenal's specific case, you're looking at our away games because, yeah, you might expect a club like Arsenal to win them games, but away from home, we're indifferent. We're playing quite well of late, but generally, but we're indifferent away from home. So you're probably looking at that as a place of possible weakness. We've got to show our away form, but we've got 2 matches left at home, people. We need to get 6 points from both. I believe we've got Brighton, and obviously in regards to Crystal Palace, the subject of this vid, we've got Palace. It's 6 points, but that's almost a 12-pointer. I think we will drop points again this season, but I don't think we can afford to lose another game, people, because because of where it's getting at. We just need to fight and get through this. It's a tough week of football. It's been a tough week, obviously, with Napoli, and now we've got to be up against Palace. I believe we've got a midweek game on Wednesday. Don't quote me, people, against Wolves. Forgive me if I'm wrong, but the games are coming thick and fast. We're having a terrific season of late. Unai is doing his thing. But until it comes May and the last game of the season comes and it's mathematically confirmed we're in the top 4 or in the Europa League final, we've got to fight. We have to make these home games count. We're very good at home. I don't want to be complacent, but we need to make them count, people. We really need to make them count. Now, forgive me if I'm wrong, but we're 4th, a point behind Spurs. Crystal Palace are not going to get relegated, but they're on 39 points, 1 point from the illustrious 40. Could that be a reason in regards to their indifferent form? Could they possibly have taken their foot off the gas? Their last 6 games in all competitions, 2 wins and 4 defeats. Have they taken their foot off the gas in that 40 points typically gets you safety, but you obviously see them with Fulham, with Huddersfield, and obviously I don't think Palace have anything to worry about. So could their foot have been taken off the gas? And if that is the case, Hodgson and the players, they have to be up for a game like this. So they would have shaken out all cobwebs and things like that and all airs of complacency, and they're going to be at it. We know guys like Zaha and these players, they need no introduction to take our players on. We know they've got players like Zaha, Van Aanholt, players that are very good attacking and will try and attack us and be aggressive. We know they're very good from set pieces. We know they can hit a free kick. We know we dropped points away from home last time out at Selhurst Park. So we've got to take 3 points, people. It's 4th versus 13th. They're safe. We're hoping there's some complacency or there's nothing to play for with them and it's almost a free hit. Disappointing for them personally that they went out of the FA Cup, that Hodgson had a big chance of claiming that. But we need to be up for it, man. It's a free hit in that people expect us to win. They've really got nothing to play for the season. They're on 39 points. They're going to get 40 at some point. They either are going to be extremely complacent or lax in their approach, or they're going to think, do you know what, we can play with a fearless approach against Arsenal because there's not really any repercussions if we lose this game, to which players might try things a bit more, players might be braver. For me, we've got to get on top of them from the off, people. We need to kill this game, get on top of them and quickly make them sink into a shell. That's the tactics for these next few games. We can't afford to keep making games harder than they are. It's going to be a big ask because I think people underestimate how much physical energy or whatever is required from these players to continuously play at this level week in, week out. And I feel Spurs, Arsenal, probably possibly City as well, and Chelsea, maybe in their Premier League games to follow midweek European action, it might take them a while to kind of get going, sort of thing, to which Palace in our case can take advantage of that. Obviously, our task is made 10 times harder because Ramsey's injured. Now, at this moment in time, I don't know the diagnostics, but I just going to assume it's a hamstring, anything from 2 to 6 weeks. Gooner tried his best not to give anything away, but when asked by the presenter if Ramsey's played his last game for the club, he said he don't know. And I feel we've got to prepare for the worst, hope for the best sort of thing. So there's no Aaron Ramsey, and he's one of our most informed players. So our backs are against the wall, but we've had many suspensions, injuries and things like that throughout the season, and we're still in this position. So it's not an excuse. We've got to fight. We've got to come together. In regards to the lineup, Ramsey would have played for me, but I'm going to go with Leno in goal, personally. Forgive me if I'm wrong, but Socrates is technically still suspended, so I could be wrong, but if he is, Leno in goal. Maitland-Niles at right back, Mustafi and Koscielny at centre half. Left back is going to be Kola because of how he played against Napoli, and we need something going down that side. And he'd probably stop Wan-Bissaka from going forward because you've got to think about that. So that would be my back four. Midfield, I'm going with Lucas Torreira, Xhaka and Mesut Ozil. Want to start Guendouzi, but I want to get Ozil in there, to be fair with you. Torreira and Xhaka deserve to keep their places. Not sure if Torreira might be dropped to the bench in terms of a rest. He has been holding his muscles and that recently in the last 2 games. But that would be my team in midfield. So it would be Torreira, Xhaka and Ozil. Ozil obviously commanding the 10. And I'd actually go Aubameyang, Lacazette and Iwobi. Now, I want to bring in Mkhitaryan, but I don't feel Mkhitaryan had the best of games in his cameo against Napoli. And it's a one-off because he's been superb in the last sort of half of the season. But I'd probably something just telling me Iwobi down the left-hand side, go with him, to be fair with you. I feel Ozil and Mkhitaryan on the same pitch. Iwobi does the same to a degree, but they're very similar. They want to come inside a lot. And that can help us in a game like Crystal Palace, where Crystal Palace, I want to assume, because they're coming away from home, they're going to sit against us. If they sit, of course you want Mkhitaryan and Ozil going inside and doing their thing and freeing up the wide positions to Kola, who needs no introduction to go forward, and Maitland-Niles the same. So that would be my lineup. So to recap, we've gone with Leno, we've gone with Maitland-Niles, we've gone with Mustafi, we've gone with Koscielny, we've gone with Kola. Who else have we got? We've obviously got Xhaka, you've got Torreira, you've got Mesut Ozil, you've got Aubameyang, Lacazette and Iwobi. So that would be my lineup, people, to be fair with you. 4-3-3 of sorts. But yeah, or it could be a 4-2-1-3 or something like that with a Iwobi on the flanks, I guess. But let's not complicate it. Either way, we just need to go out there and win, people. There's no excuses. We just need to win the game. On that note, I'm going to keep it moving. People, deluded. I'm out.